Hey, it's the Rat and Puff Show, morning show on 98.7 Amp Radio here in Detroit. I'm feeling, Puff, sophisticated today with my glasses on.
I think you look pretty sophisticated.
I think you look uncomfortable like that for some reason. You
I
just
feel
look like
comfortable.
you drifted ashore, and this is where your body is laying.
Which could happen possibly one day.
This is Jeff, a.k.a. Rat, Josh, a.k.a. Puff, Justin, a.k.a. Sexy.
And
You didn't just say that, did you?
No, we'll let him run with it. You know, but something did happen today that brought us back to our childhood. Well, our young teenage years, very trying times for us. We really didn't strike it in the love game back then. But we did work at Kmart, okay? We were ambitious young little boys going through puberty. Funny hair in funny places, but we were there. We were at Kmart, and we saw today that a bunch of Kmart stores are closing.
Sad.
The original Kmart store and
The OG.
the OG store is closing. When that goes down,
The flagship goes down, they all go down.
but what it did is it brought up a lot of memories for us when we worked there.
And maybe they shouldn't have fired us. Maybe it's just karma. Maybe. Because that's what I'm thinking right now as you're doing this.
I'm thinking they shouldn't have hired us.
I didn't properly get trained. I totally wasn't paying attention when they taught us how to run the register. So everybody that came in that I knew, I would ring up like, I worked in toys and sporting goods. I rang up like jackets for like $1.
Well, what you did do is you were dishonest on your application.
Uh-oh.
And you wrote in there that you
Dishonest?
could speak Spanish.
It was the old me.
Now, just because in high school we were in Spanish club just so we could go there once a week because they would always have free food and we would eat it, didn't mean that you write on your application that you speak Spanish. And that's what he did. So every time that somebody would come in and would speak Spanish, they would direct them right here.
I pulled them aside. I would talk to them. They would talk. I would barely understand them. I said a few things I knew. I'd walk back to my manager and just always constantly say, I have everything that they're looking for, we don't have.
Now, we were holiday help, so...
Which never got picked up after the holiday.
No, it didn't happen. But can you remember what... There were some big toys. I remember Game Boy, the Pokemon games were big. Oh, the Furby. That was Furby season. So they would send him a Puff's way. And then he would call me to help him at the register because he didn't know.
You know what a Furby is? It's basically, it's a hatchable.
Well... I worked at electronics, but I moonlighted at the little cafe they had there. So when they needed my help, and I would wind up, if I was
Shoving
hungry,
churros down your throat.
I was hungry. And then, sometimes when they wouldn't give me my lunch break, I would venture into the back, and then right there on the pallet, I would see Twix, and I go, Cookie Crunch.
You can't say no.
Who's gonna know?
So, how is he the one? Typically, if you look at the crew, you'd think you were the one that would be sneaking food.
Of course, because you're being stereotypical. A bigger person doesn't sneak the food in. A bigger person secretly eats.
Gotcha.
And I think any bigger person watching this right now will attest to that. You secretly eat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you just... And if you do house food in front of other people, you look like a pig. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't care if that hurts someone's feelings, you have to hear it, because it's disgusting.
You can say it, we can't.
Well,
You can't. Exactly. I can say it. So, you would never just eat like that in front of someone.
so many things
He
made
didn't
us
care.
bad employees. There was a guy that worked there, if I remember it correctly, his name was Linny.
Linny.
But,
An L.
So when they would call you to the restroom to do something,
No, they
fix
would call
something,
me, not you. They would call me to the men's room to clean it up because it would be disgusting. So I would immediately go, you want to call me? Now, mind you, it's my first job. I'm younger. There's adults that wouldn't do what I did. I would instantly pick up the intercom speaker and call people. I would call Lenny to the men's room with a mop and a bucket. And my manager would be like, why would you call Lenny? I asked you to do it. And I instantly replied back, well, I didn't feel like doing it, like you didn't feel like doing it, but Lenny gladly grabbed the mop and bucket, and he's cleaning up the men's room now.
Lenny.
So,
Wonder where you're at right now, Lenny.
where are you at? Are you watching this?
He probably owns a cleaning company right now.
Yeah,
Good for you. I'm proud of you if you do.
But I don't
I'm
think
actually proud of you if you do on that.
I don't think you remember this, that, us doing such a bad job at that job actually spurned us into a second job if ever, because Ron was also a lifeguard and he worked at the amusement park. Mm-hmm. And he wound up helping us get a job there, which I don't remember. Did you show up after the interview?
I got the job and then I never showed back up.
Summertime, hot, and we were going to be. I was a pool attendant, not a lifeguard. Couldn't hack it.
Oh.
So pool attendant. So I would basically stand there with these shorts, and they were Richard Simmons boys.
The short shorts?
All right, red, and then the whistle. So I
Were they tight? Did they have a little nut hugging going on?
You got yelled at because you would leave your shirt on. The other lifeguards would yell at you because you had to take
Well,
your
I'm
shirt
built
off.
like a 12-year-old girl, so you would have to just be there in a tank top, but I would leave the shirt on. Who wants to see that? You're coming to the amusement park, you're looking at me, you're going, if I'm drowning, forget it. But the kids would always get stuck in the
slide?
the water sides, and I would have to go up there, help them down, shove them down, so it wasn't too bad. They were falling out of the tube when I was trying to help them. Kids are coming out of this thing, smacking their head. So I lasted about 2 weeks there, and that was the end of that. You didn't even show up.
No, I don't care.
Now you have to admit that Justin Bieber's Christmas song is better than NSYNC's.
No shot. No way, and nobody watching this will believe that.
Are you out of your
Comment.
Comment below. Is
Yeah.
Justin Bieber's what is it, Mistletoe song better
no
than
friggin'
know. Who knows?
than NSYNC's
You know.
holiday
You know what
song?
I do know?
Merry
NSYNC.
Christmas.
Happy
Everyone loves
holiday.
that song.
Ooh yeah.
Let the battle begin.
Let the battle begin in the comments.
Let the
I
battle
don't even
begin.
care if people watch this in June. They're gonna comment. Guess what?
Exactly.
It's all about NSYNC Christmas.
Rat and Puff Show on all our social networks. Hey. See? They work.
With your dead legs.
Yeah. Hey, it's the Rat and Puff Show.
I don't feel like you're comfortable. I mean, you
I
look
know.
like you have paraplegic
I am
legs
very
here.
comfortable. I have
Look.
short legs.
But of course, he still wants to go on tour.
How many artists?
Man down?
Man down. How many? It just snots all over the place. Justin, your life.
My life. Oh, am I getting into my story?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know you pictures me. I didn't know there was a way to go. My bad. This will be on the outtakes at the end.
Is there outtakes at the end?
Yes.